I'm David Rubinson from American Public Television. We are very proud to be presenting a terrific concert from 2012 featuring Crosby, Stills, and Nash. As part of our special, we were very fortunate to have Graham Nash himself sit down and tell some great stories about the band, about the concert in particular, and also say some wonderful things about public television. Hope you enjoy it. All right, I'm here with the incomparable Graham Nash. Thank you so much for coming in and helping us out here for public television.
Well, I love it. I mean, you know, that's where you get real stuff from. Public television is the best.
Well, thank you. We certainly agree. And do you have any particular favorite shows?
I like Bill Moyers. I like Charlie Rose. I like people that give me information that I can't find anywhere else.
Yes, I agree with you about that. But the difference between public television and commercial television to you, I mean, there needs to be some place on the dial for public television, I guess.
Of course, there's got to be room for everything. There's got to be room for everyone's opinion. But the thing to do is find out the information. And where I get my information, basically, in the media, is from NPR.
Mm-hmm. And on the TV side, of course.
Indeed, of course.
Public television, we
Yes.
appreciate that. Take us back, if you would, please, to the 1968. You're 26 years old.
I'd flown from London to Los Angeles to be with Joni Mitchell. She had a house on Lookout Mountain in Laurel Canyon, of course. I knew that David and Stephen were going to be there because I'd already called her from the airport to tell her that I'd landed. We had dinner. David looked over at Stephen and said, "Play Willie, that song that we just sang." And they just finished doing a two-part song called You Don't Have to Cry, which is a really beautiful Stephen Stills song on that first record. They got to the end of the first performance of it. I said, "That's a really great song. You know, do me a favor, just play it one more time." They looked at each other and okay, and they did it a second time. After that second performance, I'd already learned the words. I'd learned my part. I checked out David's body language. I knew where he was going to go. I knew how his breathing was. And I asked him to do it for the third time. And whatever vocal sound that Crosby, Stills, and Nash have was born in that first minute. When we completed that first record of CSN, we obviously had a great opening track, which was Sweet Judy Blue Eyes. When we were doing the Deja Vu record, we didn't have that kind of a song. So I said to Stephen one day during the sessions, I said, "You know, we don't have a Sweet Judy Blue Eyes." He said, "I know, we used it already." I said, No. We don't have that thing where you can't take the record off." He came the very next day with a song called Carry On.
Well, he's a handy guy to have in the
Yes,
trio, isn't he?
Absolutely.
One morning I woke up and I knew it all. A new day, a new way, and new eyes to see it all.
Your song, Marrakesh Express, which is just such a joy.
I wrote that in 1966 on a journey from Casablanca down to Marrakesh. I'd been reading a lot about the American beat poets, about Allen Ginsberg and William Burroughs, of course. And it seemed to me that all they wanted to do was go and smoke dope down in Marrakesh and write poetry. And it sounded like a good idea to me at the time. So that's what Marrakesh Express is about, is a train journey from Casablanca down to Marrakesh.
I'll light the fire. You place the flowers in the vase that you bought today.
Ordinary moment. Every man has experienced what I experienced. I'd taken Joni to breakfast at Art's Deli, and walking back from the restaurant to her car, we passed an antique store. She saw a beautiful vase in the window that she wanted to buy, and she bought it. We went back to her house in Laurel Canyon, and I went through the front door, and I said, "You know what? I'll light a fire. Why don't you put some flowers in that vase?" And the rest is history.
Wow, that's terrific.
Ordinary moments, you know, you've got to take part. You've got to grab those ordinary moments.
A song like Our House, which celebrates ordinary moments, are certainly songs that you're known for, but you're also known for very anthem-like songs with Chicago and We Can Change the World. Where does public television support
fit?
I think public television is the advocate of changing the world. They want to show you true information so you can make an informed decision. And it's very difficult nowadays with the media so controlled by so few people. You know, that's probably why you don't hear a lot of protest songs on their radio. They just want us to be sheep. They just want us to lie down and buy another pair of sneakers and another soft drink while they rob us. And that's what's going on here. Public television will be able to give you the information that you need to make informed decisions about what's going on in your life. That's where I get most of my information from.
We can change the world.
I told you he said some great things about public television. Crosby, Stills and Nash 2012 is airing on public television stations around the country. As always, check your local listings. Let's let Graham Nash have the final word.
When I wrote my song Chicago, I truly meant it. I really, really believe that we can change the world. It's not easy. The momentum of this planet is enormous, and to move it even a millimeter takes enormous work. But in order to do that work, we need the best information we can find. I believe that you can find the best information about your life right here on public television. So please, I implore you, become a member right away.